What is wanted is only God. When I see devotees desiring this and that and desperately crying for them, I feel, how very surprising. What has happened to these people? Why are they crying so much? If something is not there, should it matter so much? If something has gone, let it go. What does it matter? Why don't they look at things this way and be at peace? Why do they make such a big fuss of everything and go on crying? Of course, one definitely needs food. If one is suffering from any disease, he needs relief from that. If they desire such things, it is all right, in a way. It is understandable. Instead, if one goes on unnecessarily increasing one's desires endlessly, God does not like it. One should not desire things which are not the basic necessities of life, because one can live without them. But when a devotee desires God and God only, and craves and wails for Him, then he gets really concerned. Then he takes over all the responsibilities of a devotee upon himself. He will go to any extent to solve all his problems and end his misery and sorrow. If by chance one secures the refuge of a Sadguru, such a person will not have the mind to ask for anything from the Guru. In fact, he will not be requiring anything of this world. This is because he is 100% sure that the Guru will grant him that which cannot be obtained by anyone else in this world on his own, which is more valuable than anything else in this world. This being the case, where is the need to ask anything from the Guru? To one who is always aware of the immediate presence of the Guru within himself, and who is always in divine contemplation, what is required is his Guru and his constant remembrance alone. He detests the never-ending hustle-bustle of worldly life. He desires only mukti, only liberation. Some go to the temple and, standing before the presiding deity there, open the list of their demands and begin their transaction with him. Thereby they only increase their worries and restlessness and lose in the bargain what little peace of mind they had. Of course, they never want mukti and will not ask for it. Even if they ask for it, he also won't give it to them. Their case is different, and a real devotee's case is different. Guru is everything, like Kamadhenu, that is the celestial cow which grants all wishes, and Kalpavruksha, which is the celestial tree which grants all wishes. Guru fulfills all the desires of the devotee and grants him mukti also. He takes over all the responsibilities of the devotee upon himself and takes care of him and protects him till the end. Ultimately, the Guru makes the devotee another Guru like himself. That is why Guru is most precious and supreme. God fulfills all the desires of his devotee when he prays for them, but only Guru and Guru alone fulfills all the desires of his devotee even without his asking. Guru gives the devotee so much unasked that the devotee just becomes mute and wonder-struck. Remain concerned about your own sadhana. If you go to a Guru and go on asking him where he was born, how did he grow up, what sadhana he did, what experiences he had, etc., etc., and continue repeating the same again and again, trying to know about his achievements directly from him, when are you going to achieve them yourself? It is possible for everyone to achieve that supreme state. In fact, the very purpose of human birth is for that only. Everyone should attain that state only. The energy, enthusiasm, and zeal one has to know about the experiences of another, one should retain that for one's own upliftment and utilize the same for his sadhana. One should intently listen to what the Guru says and follow it with deep faith and real devotion. Fullness. From a person who has attained fullness, which means the fulfillment of the purpose of one's life itself, only good will happen to the world. If you fry a groundnut It cannot germinate, it cannot sprout and put out fresh leaves again. Only one can eat it. Like this, if one attains fullness or self-realization even when alive in this body, he will not be born again. But as long as he lives, he will do immense good to the world. After attaining fullness, it matters little whether his body remains there for some more time or not. Test. When God begins testing a devotee, if someone troubles him or hurts him or creates difficulties for him, that person will not be doing it out of his own volition. It is God's will that is making him do it. God will be watching the devotee to see how he reacts to the situation. A devotee simply cannot brush the world aside and live. He has to live in the world as before. In order to remove all the defects in the devotee's character and make him pure and flawless, he makes the devotee commit grave errors, instills a lot of fear in him, and then pulls him out of the mire he is in, and later makes him feel that nothing very bad had really happened. He will not be made to suffer for the errors he has committed. He will free him from all fear and dismay and bestow his grace and blessing upon him. Walk carefully, sister. Jokili nadaye tangyamma. Sadguru Srisatupasi, that is Appaji, has composed hundreds and hundreds of beautiful devotional songs for doing bhajana. These compositions have been published in Ghananubhavasara Part 1 and 2. A free rendering in English of the substance of the stanzas of the song Walk Carefully, Sister, Jokili nadaye tangyamma is given below. Walk carefully, sister. The path is slippery. Be alert. Bestow full attention. Move step by step, and never leave the meditation of the Guru. There is no one to call as your own. Even if they are, they never come with you at the end. Forget not yourself by delusion. Know that all this is only a puppet show. Enamored, you became a wife to your husband, and unaware became the mother of a child, succumbing to momentary and fleeting pleasures and getting caught by the shackle of birth and death. Forget all your past deeds. With attention to the future, march on. Beware, the Guru is watching you. Walk the path with fear and devotion. He is the Guru, the witness within. It is enough if he is pleased. What business have we then with others? With firm determination, clasp Guru's feet. Of what use is outward beauty? Let the mind within be beautiful and pure. Why bother about others' affairs? Obtain the grace of Guru Deva. What can relatives in plenitude do? Can they scare away the servants of the Lord of Death? What will your army of kith and kin do? Can they ferry you across the ocean of human sorrow? Why this vanity and flirtation? Be you yourself within and without. Be absolutely fearless, sister. Lighten your burden yourself. There is no one greater than the Guru. Sadguru is verily the Lord Shiva himself. Know that the Guru is the Lord Supreme. Surrender yourself to the Guru completely. He is the Redeemer of the distressed and is ever by your side always. He is Lord Sripada Vallabha himself. Guru Ganesha will bear witness to this truth. See the good in everyone. Everyone behaves according to one's nature, but in everyone there will be some special qualities which are unique to that person and are good in nature. We should learn to look at those good qualities in everyone and value them and not bother about the general nature of that individual, which may be good or bad. In fact, we should see the divinity present in everyone. Why bother about the general nature of each individual, which will be different and goes on varying? If the nature of some individuals with whom we have to live with is not to our liking, we should bear with them with patience, sympathy, and compassion. If we don't learn these things and change our behavior, even in a place like an ashrama, that is a spiritual retreat, where else can we hope to change and become good? Constant remembrance of Him till the last breath is the greatest good fortune. However long and however much one is engaged in sadhana, a sadhaka, who is a spiritual aspirant engaged in spiritual disciplines, should never feel that his sadhana has come to an end. That we should earn His grace and blessings more and more should ever be our sincere feeling and desire. This type of interest, enthusiasm, craving, and deep feelings should never decrease in intensity. These are all for our good. However intense may be our constant remembrance of Him, however close and near we feel we are with Him, our genuine feeling should always be, "This is not at all sufficient. In fact, I've done nothing yet." The moment one feels that his sadhana has ended, that very moment his further progress comes to a halt. What greater fortune is there than his constant remembrance and bhajana? As long as this body lasts, until its demise, till the last breath, constantly remembering Him and merging in Him ultimately, what greater good fortune can there be for anyone? About slanderers of mahatmas. Some people go on finding fault with mahatmas and go on blaming them. In fact, they take great pride in doing this. They tell others, "Even if the mahatma comes before me, I don't even turn my head to that side to see him. I have never done namaskara, meaning salutation, to him even once. Yet see, I'm fine, nothing has happened to me. If he is really such a great Mahatma, something should have happened to me, isn't it?" In fact, such people are not at all aware that by keeping themselves away from Mahatmas, they have really become losers. They have made themselves most unfortunate. They have deprived themselves from the immense benefit they would have had otherwise by visiting them and courting their company. They imagine that because they have shown disrespect to Mahatmas, they should have suffered physically by losing their hand, leg, eyesight, or some such thing. They do not realize that by keeping away from Mahatmas, they have wasted their precious human birth. They have lost the rare opportunity of earning God's grace and blessings and freeing themselves from the bondage of endless birth and death. Who knows what kind of birth they will get next? Can anyone foretell? Can there be greater harm or loss than this? Besides, what have Mahatmas got to do with such people? At the worst, they may have to undergo some hardships on account of such people. It is nothing for such Mahatmas who are reveling in the supreme state. About politics and power. Politicians like Mahatma Gandhi and Lal Bahadur Shastri utilize their political status and power properly for the good of the people. They were also one with God. They led exemplary lives. That is why the nation remembers them gratefully even today. Naturally, they would be dear to God also. The present-day politicians, on the other hand, though they have plenty of opportunities to serve and do good to the people, they are not at all keen to utilize them properly. They are only interested in just enjoying power and luxury that goes with it, all by themselves, and die. However, we should not feel that we should teach them a lesson, and should not try to harm them. God will look to it. About strife and hatred amongst communities and religions and wars between nations, etc. God can do anything. The divinity residing in everyone is He. He Himself operates through all minds. He resides in both the wicked and the virtuous. Residing in them, he alone motivates the wicked with bad and evil thoughts. He knows how to end the strife, hatred, and enmity existing in the world on a very large scale today. He, and he alone, is capable of bringing about a fundamental transformation in the very psyche of human beings living all over the world, and re-establish peace and harmony in the world. No one else can do this. It is never possible to bring about peace and harmony through wars and ammunitions. How long will even he tolerate the evil deeds of the wicked? He will surely destroy them. He knows whom to choose, when, and how to destroy them. Castes, communities, religions, nations, animosity, hatred, strife, enmity, all these, though they appear to be man-made, exist because of his will. Governments, elections, votings, all these too are happening only according to his will. It is he who is allowing them to exist, and it is he who will destroy them also. It is he who is protecting all. Everything is always happening according to his will.